Have you ever wanted to do something in MetaTrader 5 that you couldn't find a section, you couldn't find a button? In this series, we're going to talk about all the details you need to know about MetaTrader 5. So, the topic of this video is about the options. The options that you can change on MetaTrader 5 platform. So if you want to have access to the options, you should come here to the tools in main menu and again click on options. So now let's start talking about the first tab, which is server. In the server tab, the first option is the servers you have access. For example, on IC Broker, we have two different options. One is IC Market EU Demo, and the second one is IC Market EU MT5. That I think is for real accounts. The next parameter is login, which is a number, I think between 8 to 10, and the broker will give you this number and you should enter it as your login number. Then we have the password. That password is your master password. Again, the broker will give you this number. It contains uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. And even you can change this password from this change button right here. When you click on that, you will see this window that you have your login number. Then you should enter your current master password, and then you can choose between two options of changing master password or changing investor or read-only password. After after choosing one of these edit box, you have to uh, enter the new password you want. For example, here I enter my password. You see, it's red because it should have uppercase, lowercase, a number, and special character. So I enter numbers again. It's red, and after entering a special character, it will be natural. After that, you should confirm this password again, and after you click on OK, and the password will be changed. The next option is to enable your proxy server. If you enable this one and click on this button, you will have a server address. You should enter here. It's an IP address, a login, a password. You can test and you can have access to your proxy. The other option is to keep personal settings and data at startup. So what happens when we check this one? This option here. When you check this and you enter and log into your account, and after you did your trading for the day, you close the platform, and again you open the platform in the next day, you can see that your login and password has been saved. So you don't need to enter them every time you open your platform. The other option is to enable news. When you enable the news, you will receive news in the toolbox and you can even choose the language. It will be auto select at the start, but you can change it to any language you want here. There are lots of options based on your native language. In the second tab, we have some options about the chart. The first checkbox is chart color print. It is used for the times you want to print the current chart. So let's test this one and see what happens when it's checked and when it's not checked. So when it's checked, I click on OK and I try to print this chart. I click on OK. It will open a window, suggest me a place to suggest me a folder to save this file, and I will enter print one. It says it will replace, and again I want to do it when this item is not checked, and I go here again to print and print it again, a name, print number 2, and you can see that what happens here. So when I open my downloads, here you can see print 1 is colorful and print number 2 is in black and white. So when you check or uncheck that option, you can see your charts colorful or in black and white. And next option is show trade history. So when it is not checked, you cannot see your trade history on the symbol you are. Here, we have the trade history because I have checked that before when I was trying to open this chart. So if I uncheck this, I don't know which is it. So the next option is showing trade history. When it's not checked and you open the chart, it won't show you your trade history. I have an order, a position on Euro USD, and I want to see what happens if I open a new chart. So I right click here on chart window, and on Euro USD 1 hour, you cannot see the trade history. I come back to options, and again in the options I will check this one and try to open a new Euro USD time. You can see that we have the trade history here, but it is not here. So when you check it, you will see your trade history, and when you uncheck, you won't see your trading history. So because this platform doesn't provide any trading actions on Saturday and Sunday, I need to open another platform. I'm gonna open another platform here, and I'm gonna check how those options will work. So you can see that I have my trading levels, the open price, the take profit, and stop loss. If I enable the first line, enable dragging of trade levels, click on OK, you can see that I'm able to drag my levels, my TP and my SL. It's easy. And if I choose the second option to enable dragging of trade levels with Alt key, you cannot now just move it with clicking and dragging. You should keep the Alt key at the same time, and then you can move the line. And the last option is disable dragging of trade levels. So after choosing that mode, you cannot drag these levels in any type. These levels won't move with dragging anymore. So let's get back to our main platform. The other option is preload chart data for open positions and orders. So when you check this one, when you open a chart, the data will be loaded. But if you don't have that chart open and you clicked on this, it will load the data of that symbol, even if the chart is not open, but you have positions and orders on it. The next option is to show object properties after creation. So when I check this one and create a new object on the chart, you can see right after creation, it will open this window which shows all the properties of that object. Let's do in the other mode, which is unselected. When I create an object, horizontal line on the chart, you can see that it doesn't show the properties here for me. The other option is to select object by single mouse click. It is unchecked now. So if I click on object once, it won't select that object. But if I click twice, you can see that now it is selected and I can move this object. You can see these two little white squares on the right and on the left. It shows that this object is selected and you can move it. These 2 points are the anchor points. So let's talk about precise time scale option. When it is checked, you can put this anchor point of this object anywhere on the chart you want between these two candles. It will move, okay? But let me see what happens if I check this. uncheck it, sorry. When I uncheck, it will align with other candle. So if I put it between these two bars, you can see what happens. It moved and aligned with this bar. So this is what that option does. Let's talk about the next option, select object after creation. When I check this one and I create an object, horizontal line again, you can see it is selected. But if I uncheck this option and create an object again, you can see that it is not selected. We have two other options, which is magnet sensitivity, which is 20 pixel right now. And if I create an object and move it near to a bar, an important point like close, low, open, or high, you can see that it will align with that point. If I move it near an important point like here, you can see that it sticks to that one. And with higher numbers, when the distance between this anchor point and this important point is less than that pixels, it will align with that important point. And the last option is the max bars in the chart. So when it's 10,000, you can see 10,000 bars on your chart. So when you scroll, you can see 10,000. But what if I reduce that number? For example, I set it to 1,000. Now it is 1,000. But it still shows 10,000 candles on the chart. So what should we do? We should close the platform and reopen it again. Let me open it again. Now you can see we have just 1,000. So from this candle on the left to the right is exactly 1,000 bars. You can see the number here on the right bottom of my mouse cursor. These are the options for the first two tabs, server and charts. In the next video, we're going to talk about trade, an expert advisor, open seal, and events. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You learned a lot. Please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and comment if you have any question about this video or other videos or anything about MetaTrader 5 platform. Again, thank you for watching. Goodbye until the next video.